thought that our defensive intensity, especially to start the game, was really, really good. We had a 13-7 lead, I believe, and we got stuck on 13, what felt like forever. I just looked back, almost 6 minutes. And during that point, you know, and even before, we had an opportunity to knock down some wide open shots. I mean, we were 0 for 13 from 3 in the first half, and you know, when I go back to review the film, I got to believe that 6, 7 of them were, 8 of them were like wide open. I mean, real good shots, good looks. You know, shoot, you know, 8.7% from 3 is a killer. And our defense was good enough today. Our defense held them to 5 assists, 16 turnovers, 38.5% from the field. Did a great job fighting to get back. In the second half, had it tied up with 2 minutes to go. Mario Kegler makes a great block, and we don't see the ball, and they get it back and score the 2. And we didn't score after tying up with the dunk by Eric. I mean, we had, you know, a couple of, you know, opportunities in ball screens. One was when we actually were down 2, we waited too long to penetrate, and we ended up taking a bad shot, and Q just had to force it up from the corner. And that was poor offensive execution. And then on IJ's block, again down 2, 17 seconds out of the timeout. We didn't execute that one very well. But you know, Florida's a very good team. You got to credit them. You know, they won a close game. I thought, you know, our defense is good. They had 16 turnovers, including 9 out of their point position. I thought that Chioza in the first half really hurt us. He was the one guy that shot it well today for them. When you look at their stats, you know, he's 6 for 8, 2 for 3 from 3. We went under one time in the first half, and he hits a 3. I thought, you know, he really was impactful in the game in the first half in particular. I don't know how many points he had at halftime, but I know that he was a key driver to their offense in the first half. And just, you know, couple defensive mistakes, and you know, Canyon Barry gets 7 points. Thought we did a good job on him. He's a leading scorer. He's averaging 16 a game. So there are some things to look at. And you go, you know, we're getting better. And we've been better defensively. It's tough to continue to be right there and not get it over the hump. So that's what we've got to do.
Do you feel like you guys are missing like the proverbial closer in these situations where you guys are close, or is it something else that you guys are just failing to?
You know, I don't think that, because you know, we fought our way back. I think that, you know, second half, you know, we had some open looks. I mean, we're 8.7% from 3. You know, those 22 threes, how many of them are good shots? I would say there's, you know, I'll evaluate that when I watch the film, but there were a number of them that we're open on. And we're not getting the line enough. You know, we got to get to the foul line more. You look at our starting lineup. I think the starting lineup I counted had like 8 attempts. Or Schneider had 6. So outside of Schneider and Lamar, no one else gets to the line. And I thought IJ being back today really helped us. It was definitely, we were better defensively. And we changed some things defensively today that were new, but I thought it helped us in terms of how we played the ball screens. And I thought our defense improved because of that. And so I was, you know, pleased with that, and something will grow.
What was the thought?
They're pronouncedly different without John.
I beg your pardon?
You think they're definitely a different team without John?
Well, I mean, he's obviously a very good player, and he's very strong inside presence. You know, they're still very good with or without him, and but no question, when you lose a player who's having the kind of year he's having and how he affects the game defensively, it's you know, it's a big deal.
What was kind of the thought process that led to the starting lineup change, bringing IJ into the starting lineup again?
You know, just that we needed his leadership back out there, and thought that was good.
How difficult is it offensively? I mean, Peters, Kegler, and Q all have off nights. I mean, just it affects everything offensive. I mean, your top 3 guys just all at the same time have bad nights.
Yeah, you know, and credit their defense. Some of that obviously is their defense and their scheme, but some of it was just us missing some open looks. And I thought that Lamar had some good looks, particularly in the first half, and 3 shots he knew he was going to make. I was really excited. There was a couple possessions where we were driving and turning down a good shot to create a great shot, a couple different, and we just didn't knock down the shot. But it was really something that we're trying to get our guys to do. Q was 8 for 20, and yet, of his 12 misses, I would say that, there's a number of them that were, really good wide open looks, and it was unfortunate. Mario didn't get enough looks, and we, got to get him to the foul line and get him in situations where he can, create, manufacture some points by just getting fouled.
Got to the rim a lot early. The backdoor action was really good in the first 5 minutes or so. That kind of dried up as the game went on. Did they make a defensive change of some sort to shut down?
Yeah, I think they played a little looser, maybe a little more help on that one action we run that we yell out Memphis too. But we had some excellent looks nevertheless. I thought that we got to get Schneider more shots than one shot. You got the line 6 times, which is good, but still, he's got to get better at sealing. We got to get better at feeding him. Our defense, like I said, was good enough. You look at the percentages, you look at what we did with our guys. It's just unfortunate that our offense, 8.7% from 3, and we didn't turn it over badly today. Only 12 turnovers. Every one, you think about, are big, but, and IJ, I didn't expect him to shoot a great. I mean, he'd been out 2 weeks, but obviously you can see what a difference he makes for our team. I think he makes a huge difference for us.
So
Just having the experience.
as the interior game kind of went away and you still weren't hitting from 3, did that put your offense in a bind late in the second half?
Yeah, I thought we got to get Eric. I thought Eric did a good job in the first half with a couple of inside touches. He had 8.7 rebounds in 16 minutes. Was in foul trouble, and that hurt us. He ended up, with 4 fouls, and he's got to try to stay out of foul trouble. He was in foul trouble in the last game as well.
What made Kavaris Hayes so tough defensively down the stretch
Beg your
for
pardon?
you guys? Kavaris Hayes, their center, with the blocks and some of the things that he was doing.
Yeah, they did a good job, and he's a good player. And but we had the game tied 52-all. Get a block shot that falls short, falls right in our hands because we're not seeing the ball, and that's just like that's a tough 50-50 ball that we got to be able at home to get to and pounce on. They only went to the line 19 times. I mean, you look at both halves. It's like this has plagued us now the last 3 games. It was 5-0 in the fouls to start the game. It was like that in the second half again. I mean, I think they tried to foul us late, and because they had fouls to give. I don't know if we ever got into one-on-one in the second. I don't think we did. And they had, for the game, they had 10 fouls. Played man-to-man the whole game. It's obviously a big stat. We got to force contact.
I know you're worried about this team, but how does a guy like Nick Witherspoon come in next year and help you in these late game scenarios and just offensively? How does he?
I mean, he's obviously a very talented kid and very good at shooting, driving to the basket, finishing, making plays, and defensively he's a great competitor.
You took the first 4 shots of the game, got a lot of shots early. Was there a designed effort to get him involved?
No, and he was just open too. I think he made 2 of his first 5 or 1 of his first 5, but I mean there were some good looks. I think he was 2 of his first 5 actually.
Herrard seemed to play a little bit more physical today.
Pardon me?
Herrard seemed to play a little bit more physical today. I also noticed he wasn't without the mask. Do you think that had any effect on him whatsoever? The face, he was not wearing the face mask today, the mask.
Yeah, I think it helps him, I think it helps him, and to be honest with you, I didn't even realize that, I didn't even notice, funny as that is. I think, they told him you don't have to wear it, that was the thing, it's not like a horrible break, but, he's getting better, it's just, you remember, we're playing freshman, and it's incremental, and you think about where he was when we started to where he is now, and where he potentially can go, and part of that is because he didn't start playing till late in life, that always impacts a kid's ceiling in a positive way, in terms of what is his upside, and, you can see, I mean, we're the youngest team in the country, we're right there with nationally ranked teams, we just need a little more to get it over the hump.
I know you're 8-0 with fast break points. I know that's not a lot, but is it getting out and running, is that something you'd like to do more, or is it just?
Yeah, it starts with, you know, us getting stops at the other end, and, yeah, we did our transition defense, and you point that out, I mean, that was tremendous, to not give up a fast break bucket the whole day. I mean, that's, against a team like Florida, that shows a lot of improvement from where we were, you know, in the not too distant past. More points in the paint. I mean, part of that is because we didn't knock down the three. I mean, it's just, we're right there against really good teams, and we've got to, you know, get over it and get over that hump.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks.